how they judge Ben Roethlisberger. Now, Eli Manning comes back up on the ballot.
You know they're not gonna let a Manning wait that long now. You know that.
Well, yeah, this will be his third try, maybe 3 times the charm.
Hey, so y'all telling me out of all these guys right here, they only gonna take about 5 of them?
If they take that, I don't know if they take that many. Now, Joe, they might be some guys. There's some guys that didn't get in this year. That's going to be on the ballot next year.
Right.
And there's some old timers that's going to be coming up. So some senior guys. So it might be, Paul Tagliabue is going to come back up. I think Mike Shanahan is starting to get some support, and I think he should, because there are guys that have less Super Bowl wins than Mike Shanahan. What he did in Denver. How do you tell the story of the Broncos and the back-to-back champion without telling Mike Shanahan's story, being a part of it? I think he's more than deserving, and that's not the cast I look down on anybody else, because I believe I can shine a light on Mike Shanahan without dimming the light on someone else. That's just the way I feel. Yes, I am biased. I make no bones about that. We do not become back-to-back Super Bowl champs without Mike Shanahan. That being said, Joe. Cam is on the ballot. Sherm, they came out the 2011 draft. That was a loaded draft.
It's tough.
They said, from what I've told, is that the first ballots, those are for the Jerry Rices, the Joe Montanas, the Tom Brady's, the Peyton Manning, those guys, the John Elways, the Reggie Whites, the Lawrence Taylors. Now, how many of those guys you see comparable to that? For me, I think Gronk is one of the 2 best tight ends in football. Ever. I think he and Kelsey. I got Kelsey a slight nod for what Kelsey's been able to do in the postseason. You've never seen, with the exception in the Super Bowl, in which they lost to but he's been big. Every Super Bowl he shows up, every playoff game he shows up, he's rivaling Jerry Rice as far as catches, yards, touchdowns. He might have surpassed him in a few of those. Yeah. So he and Kelsey and Gronk, those are my guys for me. And that's not a knock on anybody else, because I know there's some hell of a tight ends from Winslow to Mackey to Dicker, Gates, myself, Ozzie. There are a lot of guys that belong in there. But for what these guys are able to do in the regular season and the postseason.
Why is it so complicated to make plans these days? I feel like you're always in another part of the world.
So are you, Bill?
Where are you right now? I'm in insurance.
Marty.
So I guess I'm off the table.
Download the WSOP free-to-play app for a chance to win a World Series of Poker vacation hotel in Vegas. Flights, hotels, and spending money included. New winner every week.
And the touchdown that Gronk scored, what do you say, Chad? What do you say? And Kelsey's still going from 13,000 yards. They have 1,000 catches.
Hey, y'all don't think Cam Newton will sure in first ballot? Considering the fact, hold up. Not only did he get to the Super Bowl, but we talking about he's probably the leading rusher in the NFL when it comes to quarterbacks and touchdowns. Am I right or wrong?
I think what you call him is past it.
Who?
I think Lamar Jackson.
I don't know. We have to look that up. But I think
We can look it up.
I feel like Cam Newton kind of started that dual threat, strong, physical quarterback who can run and pass. I don't see how he ain't first ballot.
I'm just basing it on what they've been doing since I've been following it.
Yeah.
Eli won back-to-backs. Eli won 2 Super Bowls and he beat Tom Brady to do it.
And he didn't get in on first ballot.
Hell, he's coming up on his 3rd ballot. Kurt Warner is a 2-time league MVP, a Super Bowl MVP, with the 3 Super Bowls. He didn't get in on the first ballot.
Yeah, it's tough.
They are very, very particular who they let in. You think about Luke Kuechly played 8 years. He's a 5-time first-team All-Pro in 8 years. And he was Defensive Player of the Year and Defensive Rookie of the Year. Yeah. And they didn't let him in on the first ballot.
Even though his career was short, his impact during that time was phenomenal. He was phenomenal, Joe. He was different, Joe. In that 8-year span, I'm talking about, you turn the tape on, Well, you see 59 every
Yes, sir.
time, every
Yes, sir.
game. Unbelievable career. Even though it was only 8 years.
He got my vote for Defensive Rookie of the Year and Player of the Year. Defensive Player of the Year. He got my vote.
Absolutely.
Sean, Alex Mack. I'm trying to think. He played. Didn't he play at the Jets, Ocho?
Alex Mack?
Alex Mack. No, he played at Cleveland. He used to sit up in Cleveland. McCoy. Hell, they didn't let Johnny Randall in on the first ballot. And it's like I said. I used to think.
Right. It all depends on the player. It all depends on the player.
How they judge in Roethlisberger. Now Eli Manning comes back up.
Okay. McCoy.
Hell, they didn't let Johnny Randall in on the first ballot. And it's like I said. I used to think.
Right. It all depends on the player. It all depends on the player. It all depends on obviously those that are doing the vote, that are letting the players in. You have to align with them and their core values and what they think a player should be like in getting in on that first ballot. So it's different sometimes. What I don't like about those in a position of power to vote those in is they hold grudges based on things that have nothing to do with the game of football. It has nothing to do with what did you do in between them lines on Sundays at 1 o'clock and at 7:30 and sometimes at 4. That's all for me. If I was voting, what you did on that field. How impactful were you? Not just 1 or 2 years. I'm talking about consistently every single year, especially when you're offensive player and they're scheming to stop you and they know you coming and you still get it done consistently over the years. That's what I'm looking at.
Ocho, they still got Torrey Holt on the ballot. They still got Reggie Wayne on the ballot.
Too many greats. Too many. And we're not talking about just regular players. These are too many greats. You mentioned legends.
You said something very interesting. You said the guys were being That being said, change the bylaws.
Yes, sir.
ETO for getting in on the first ballot, they changed the bylaws. They said what you did on the field could negatively impact when it came time to voting. They changed those bylaws. Prior to that, they said nothing other than football impacted whether or not you got in. Based on that alone, you already know AD not getting in anytime soon. Also, with that being said, Ocho, you say people hold grudges. You got to realize, I understand these are 50 men and women that are human, that have emotion, that have feelings. So I don't know, it's just like you. Somebody wrong you and then come down the line, they want you to do them a solid. Yeah. Tell me how you gonna handle it?
I'm with you when you're right. I'm with you when you're right.
What are you doing?
Come on, man. People like, oh, you gotta set that aside. You wouldn't set it aside. But people always, you know what I noticed, Ocho? People always ask you to do something they would never do.
Hey, but also you have to think about it. The people that are voted, the people that are in these positions of power, they understand the control that they do have. They enjoy that satisfaction to be able to control whether you want to get in or not, right? But also, whatever these players did that they might not like, it didn't affect them in any way. It doesn't actually affect you in general. It doesn't. So to be able to
hold a grudge against something, let me ask you, you're a reporter. So you come to me after the game. Hey, Mr. What you think? Man, get out my face. Now I'm gonna give you my butt to kiss for about a decade.
Okay.
Now it's gonna come time for me to be a Hall of Fame, get the Hall of Fame vote, and I'm gonna need your vote, Ocho. Tell me how you thinking, Ocho.
So now that situation in general, that comes down to Bill Belichick not going in first ballot. Hey.
There you go, Joe. Prime example. 6 Super Bowls, 9 Super Bowl appearances, 2 Super Bowl wins as a defensive coordinator. He was so great that they took the game plan in which he used in 1990 to stop the K gun. It's in the Hall of Fame as you and I talk today.
Oh, yeah.
He didn't get in the first ballot.
Oh, yeah.
Because why?
Yeah.
That behavior.
Yeah.
And I think Coach Belichick, I think Coach Belichick is the greatest NFL coach in NFL history.
Oh, man, listen.
But there are a lot of people that do not like Coach Belichick.
Joe. Hey, they don't like me either, Joe. That's why you think I had put my why you think I put my own jacket on? Hey, man, I ain't got time to play with y'all.
I already knew it. Hey, look, that's cheating hell if Belichick didn't go in first ballot. Yeah.
So who's the first ballot? So what is the first ballot? So what coach is there? I mean, y'all gonna make? Are they gonna make Andy Reid wait?
No. Yeah.
So Andy Reid gonna have to. So Andy Reid gonna Big Red?
Absolutely not.
I remember Big Red was the tight end coach. He was coaching my brother now. He was up there with Holmgren.
He was in Green Bay?
And John. Yeah, he was in Green Bay, yeah. Yeah, he was in Green Bay, yeah, absolutely. When Holmgren got the job in 92, he took all those who was on the staff.
Summer's here, and right now get 0% financing for 5 years on all 2026 Silverado 1500 miles with no payments for 90 days.
But we have a loaded show for you guys today. We have to start off by talking about one Aaron Rodgers. He stepped in front of a microphone yet again, so you know what that comes with. I'll let you guys take a listen.
Please, what the network doing? Like, you have literally an individual that maybe used to work at ESPN that covers our league at the highest level, and there's a major scandal, and it's just like nobody can fucking talk about it? What are we even doing
personal
here?
lives are personal lives. I feel like you of all people should know that.
I understand, but if it's affecting certain things, if there's leaks going on, if there's tampering going on, if that person is also an MVP voter and a Coach of the Year voter. Remember when I won MVP in 2021? Yeah, and that bomb in Chicago? Yeah. That's real life. Like, how?
That's real life. Aaron Rodgers speaking about Diana Rossini, Mike Vrabel situation and whatnot. Do you guys like this side of Aaron Rodgers? Letting it be heard.
Right, picks America's #1 sports pick app, and it's the easiest way to if player picks aren't your thing. You can also pick teams at home, state, and Florida. Most important.
What you bud?
Yeah, I do. Right, I sometimes I don't really like to hear what he has to say because Aaron can get crazy a little bit. But I love this interview. He kept it 1,000. He kept it 1,000. Oh, I'll call you back. 25 Sports call you back. One of my clients looking for some money. Anyway, but what I do love is that he's been organic. He's just keeping it straight 100. Like and every athlete out here, y'all want to criticize them when something happens in their personal life, y'all blow it up. Right? This kid has a drinking problem. He has this, he has that. He can't stay in place because he's out partying. All these different things. He got his baby mamas. I've seen so many crazy stories. And the athlete, they talk about it. But when it's not an athlete, you know what happens? They don't even want to talk about it. No! If you are an MVP voter, you're that important, why we can't talk about it and dig deep into it? Now, even if everybody has their own opinions about it, it should have been talked about even more, because if this was Aaron Rodgers and he was having bad years or bad season, and they said, well, it's because he's going through this and that and the third. Matter of fact, I got one for you. Tom Brady, one of the best of the best. He's going through divorce and all that, and it was everywhere. I'm like, damn. This guy gives this league 7 championships. He's been a great role model. And the way you get him back is every media outlet want to talk about his personal life with his wife. When it's a reporter and not an athlete, they don't want to talk about it as much. So Aaron Rodgers, I respect you for that, my brother.
Nacho. Shady came out swinging. Shady's right. He's 1,000% right. Because here's the thing. We got the jokes off in regards to Diana Rossini. For those that are wondering, what the hell Shady talking about? We didn't have too much context. Y'all know the vibes. Diana Rossini, NFL reporter, caught someone suggesting an inappropriate relationship with Patriots head coach Mike Vrabel. So that's the context of the whole situation. While everybody was getting their jokes off, what nobody discussed is, given that she votes on MVP and head coach, you can't afford to have that polluted. Josh Allen had a $1 million bonus, $1 million tethered to winning NFL MVP. There are bonuses within contracts. coaches, players, assistant coaches, millions of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars, escalators in contract. The contract might go from $8 million a year to $10 million a year if you get a national award like that, let alone the legacy that comes with it. So in the event you are making votes because of a relationship that might be inappropriate and you get caught for doing it, that should be talked about. Because Shady's right. Like, yeah, we talked about it in a speakeasy. We all know we're going to keep it 100 with y'all. ESPN didn't report on it. Sports Center didn't report on it. Three-Letter Network didn't report on it. So
the first time it was brought to ESPN's
attention
was by Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers doing it.
Yeah.
And you saw how quickly McAfee and them were trying to shut it up and quiet the whole conversation. Nah, Aaron Rodgers is right. Like, you have legacies are being defined by people in inappropriate relationships with coaches. Like, that's actually wild that a vote can be dictated, pun intended, by the pun that was intended. Like, that's actually wild that can happen.
This actually affects the game. Like you said, there's $1 million bonus on the line for Josh Allen. Whenever he mentioned that bum in Chicago, he's talking about the guy who said he would vote for him for MVP in 2021 because of his stance on vaccines. Ridiculous. You're supposed to be an unbiased reporter, and this is what I said earlier when we were talking about Diana Rossini and Mike Vrabel. There's something to be said about journalistic integrity. And whenever you're voting for Coach of the Year, whenever you're voting for MVP, you're going to be, if you're having sex with a coach, allegedly, you're going to be a little biased in that regard. You better be at the end of the day, which is crazy. I think it's very fair that he brought it up. Normally, I think Aaron Rodgers says some wild stuff on the mic, but he's speaking his truth. And I think if we're okay with letting any reporter or analyst go out there and say whatever it is that they want about the athletes, I'm with Shady. Let him say whatever he wants about the coaching staff, about the media, about their handling of it. It's both ways.
Because you know what it is? For us as athletes, bro, we got to deal with it. Like we're human too.
Talk about
just
it.
that, you pay us a lot of money, we play
points, nigga. This time
so
it was
when you
my
ask
turn,
these
nigga.
questions, it might affect my family.
What is you talking about, nigga?
Same way it's going to affect the reporter's family. It might affect my friends. Same way it's going to affect the reporter's friends. And they don't care about that as an athlete, but soon as not, the narrative changes. I just don't like that part. And listen, if we're on the field, fair playing field, I'm okay with that. Hey, come at me and make me answer questions. Y'all do the same. But it's just funny that when it's not the athlete, bro, it's not the same smoke.
One of the most interesting things, Shady, it was hard for me to wrestle with this, Kieran, what I'm about to tell you. You see analysts get fired and hosts get fired and beat reporters get fired, and on social media you see pity, right? Like, oh my God, I can't believe so-and-so got fired after 10 years with this company. But then I would remember, not applicable to Shady, but I remember, but you was eager to report when I got cut. I actually remember you writing, oh, I predict Acho's going to get cut. But you want me to pity you when you get fired.
Yeah.
Hold on, make that make sense. You, whatever reporter you are, you was eager, ready, willing, waiting for, man, I think Emmanuel Acho going to get cut. He's sorry as hell. But then let me talk about how sorry you are and what you do, and now I'm in the wrong.
Yeah.
Make that make sense. And so I think what Aaron Rodgers, I love what Aaron Rodgers is alluding to, because he's like, hold on a second. Y'all so quick to look into who I'm married to. Talk about who I'm married to or not married to. Y'all so quick to talk about what Halloween party I went to after playing the Arizona Cardinals during COVID. Y'all so quick to make a mockery of my fractured relationships with my family, not talking to my parents, not talking to my brother publicly for all these years. But y'all don't want to say nothing about Rossini and Vrabel getting it on. Now it's hush mum's a word. Now y'all don't want to say nothing about that. And it used to tick me off when we were at the other network, Shady, because I don't know if you recall, they would win talking about Deshaun Watson for free, talk about whoever for free, but then let an owner get in trouble.
Oh, we couldn't talk about Jerry Jones.
Yeah. What?
Yeah,
we couldn't fix our lips
to talk about Jerry Jones and that picture in Arkansas.
Bruh, yeah. When that woman sued Jerry because Jerry had a non-disclosure with the woman's mom, but didn't have a non-disclosure with the alleged illegitimate daughter, we couldn't say nothing about Jerry Jones. Executives hit our phone so fast. Hey, can't talk about Jerry. Can't talk about the owner of this organization that's won 6 championships. Can't talk about this. But yeah, Deshaun Watson, have at it. And I was like, I don't like that. So y'all gonna let us talk about the young black man or the young white man, but we can't talk about the owner.
Yeah, there's 3 protected positions in sports. Unless they do something crazy ass like it's the owners, the reporters, it's the referees. And after a game, if the player goes out there and he drops something, he has to answer for that in front of and if he doesn't answer for it, he's weak. He's for lack of a better term, he's pussy. If you don't want to go out there and answer some questions about dropping a pass. But when a referee misses a call, like they did when in the Rams-Saints game, they don't have to sit there and answer for it. I think it's ridiculous that athletes do get held to that standard of always having to answer these questions and always having their personal lives blasted out to the media. And that's what the one area where I do agree with you, Shady. The gray area has to be looked at rather than just looking at things in such a black and white lens. But Shady, I know you had some more thoughts.
No, I just was about to say, like, when that thing happened with Jerry Jones, two things happened with Jerry Jones.
Yep.
The one was with the young girl he had. He had a baby. I was like, damn, Jerry, baby mamas too? They won't speak about that. And then he had something in Arkansas,
The racist thing.
oh, yeah. Now, I remember when that happened, when I came to work, they already talked to all of us. When we came to work, they kind of got, even myself, hey, look, man, sometimes you get fired up on that desk. You cannot talk about that. I'm like, well, damn. Well, what did Jerry do? What did he say? So they showed me the video, and I said, well, I mean, listen, obviously, it's a lot of bad going on, you know what I mean? And I've been a kid, so sometimes you get a little nosy. I say, but, oh, man, y'all shouldn't even talk about it, because if y'all do, I got questions that need to be answered. You know what I mean? So, but we never really, we talked to them a little bit, but they kept moving.
Never really got too much.
Hey, Trey, you got any thoughts on the matter?
No, I mean, I think I just kind of echo y'all's sentiments. I think it's fine for Aaron Rodgers to bring it up. Y'all know I love being a disruptor. Aaron Rodgers is definitely a disruptor in his own way and his own. He's got his own method to his madness. But I think it's fine. I got blasted on social media. I posted some on my own page about Mike Vrabel needing to answer and speak up and talk to the same thing for Diana Rossini. Like, when you're a public figure, that comes with it.
Yep. She was making $800,000 a year for reporting on football. And I don't mean to count pockets. Nobody's other than carrots. Okay? But that comes with the territory. So I don't feel bad for Diana. I don't feel bad for Mike. How can you feel bad for them? They had to answer for nothing. They got to keep their spouse, got to keep their job.
I like that.
Mike's in.
I like that, Trey, because at least, I know that you're hard on the athletes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, they're talking about reporters saying,
I keep it even.
Look, you made it this far, so might as well go ahead and hit the subscribe button, and after that, hit the bell button to be notified anytime we go live or drop another video like this. You do not want to miss our content in this oversaturated market. Love. We'll see you soon.
Summer's here, and right now get 0% financing for 5 years on all 2026 Silverado 1500 models with no payments for 90 days.
And we got to talk about more breaking news out of the National Football League. Let's talk about the Los Angeles Rams. Aaron Donald back in the facility today. He was in a workout in pads and a helmet. I'll show you a video right here. This is him lining up. Actually, that's not him right there. But here he is right here, getting that workout in back at Rams camp. Still looking fresh, still looking like he's capable of going out there and competing at a high level. Sean McVay thinks that there's a chance that Aaron Donald can return to the team. He said it's the best tryout that we've ever had. I'm sure it was, Sean McVay. What would Aaron Donald coming back mean to you guys?
All right, look, Prize Picks is America's #1 sport. That's it. 30 states. That's it. No spreadsheets, no nonsense. If player picks aren't your thing, you can also pick now. Winner, spread, total, all in the same map. Team picks are live in 30 states, including California, Texas, home state, and Florida. Most importantly, new users use code SPEAKEASY. $5 gets you $50 in lineups for free. Prize Picks. It's good to be right.
All right, I got to get past the metal to reach the +1 gates. Bang, now I can add more blue guys. And of course, the red guys keep coming, so I'll move to the left, add 6 or 7 blue guys. That should do the trick.
Bro, if Aaron Donald joins the Rams, it would be the best D-line in the history of football. Because the two best are greater than two that we've ever seen playing on the same team at the same time. You could argue we've seen deeper defensive lines. I'm sure there's been historical defensive lines that will aggregate more sacks than those two. But what you could do with Aaron Donald and Myles Garrett, football fans, is like something you've never seen before. Imagine you have Aaron Donald sitting there at a wide 3 technique, and then imagine you have Myles Garrett sitting there at a 5, and imagine the quarterback is dropping back, and you have Aaron Donald, he sprints up the field, he hits that offensive tackle inside shoulder. Myles Garrett, he takes 2 hard steps up the field to threaten the offensive tackle and to threaten the guard. Then Myles Garrett, he loops back inside of the guard as Aaron Donald, he uses his left hand to hook the left arm of the guard, driving the guard up the field. Myles Garrett comes clean for a sack. If that guard wants to jump off of Aaron Donald to help on Myles Garrett, now Aaron Donald uses his inside shoulder, gives a strong arm to the inside shoulder of that offensive tackle, bounces off that offensive tackle and gets the sack. How do you handle a 2-man game between Aaron Donald and Myles Garrett? How do you handle a TE stunt between Aaron Donald and Myles Garrett? How do you handle an ET stunt between Aaron Donald and Myles Garrett? TE tackle goes first and loops around, ET and dives in, tackle moves around. How do you handle those stunts? You don't. So if you put Aaron Donald and Myles Garrett together at the same time, offensive lines might as well be handicapped because they would be playing at such a disadvantage.
Man, Aaron Donald may be the best defensive tackle 3 technique we've ever seen. Ever in the National Football League. Myles Garrett is on his way to arguably being the best defensive end. Athletically, for sure he is. Numbers-wise, sack-wise, he may be the best defensive end we've ever seen. And they're going to be on the same team. It's happening. It's over. It's a done deal. Everybody knew Aaron Donald. Once he said, I'm considering coming back, I said it on here, it's a done deal. He coming back. He coming back. It's like a soap opera, man. They just kind of giving us little plots, little storylines.
Yeah.
And then they going to go to commercial on a Friday. And you're like, oh, I got to wait till Monday to see what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Aaron Donald is going to be playing for the LA Rams this season. But it's going to be immense pressure on them now. Because everybody's going to assume they're going to win it all. Everybody's going to assume, what are you going to do on this defense? And so they're going to get everybody's best shot. But if you got these 2 dudes on the D-line, everybody else that plays at least 50% of it, they should get 10 sacks. The center sliding, if they're on the same side like you said, the center is 100% sliding to Aaron Donald and Myles Garrett 100% of the time. The 2 dudes backside every time. And you know it every time. Because if they're not doing that as the offensive coach and O-line coach, they should be fired. And so it's easy. You can kind of dictate protections almost.
Is it fair to say, though, the Rams' offense scares me more? I've been watching camp. This Rams offense,
very fair.
Devontae Adams and Matthew Stafford, respectfully, they scare me more than the defense. The Rams' offense will rank higher than the Rams' defense.
I'm not going to say they scare me more, because there's more greatness on the defensive side of the ball for me. But
is there?
I believe it is.
Bro, DA looks good, bro.
I don't care. DA ain't considered one of the best ever at his position.
Yeah, 2 of the greatest ever at their position. Arguably the greatest ever at their position.
Devontae Adams is great. He not considered one of the best ever at his position. You got 2 dudes on the defensive line that many will argue are the best ever at their position. Ever in the NFL.
It's a fair argument to make.
It is. But here's the thing, bro. And I got to see it, respectfully, because I'm running on the Rams. I am running on the backers. Oh, show me some. I am running on the Rams. Ask the Philadelphia Eagles. They do every single time. The Rams, respectfully, if you are in 3rd and 6 or plus, they scare me. Scare the hell out of me. I don't want to see Aaron Donald. I don't want to see Matthew Stafford. If I have long developing routes, if TJ has to do a double move, I'm scared to death.
You want to stay on schedule when you play it around 2-3 yards.
The Rams' run defense don't scare me one bit. No, it don't scare me at all. It does not scare me at all. The linebacker play for years now, and y'all know I study linebackers more than I study anything else. Linebacker play doesn't intimidate me in any way, shape, or form. Shout out to Quentin Lake and what you did at the nickel position last year. Like he'll stick his hat in there every now and then. Outside corner, Trent McDuffie, a dog. I like Trent McDuffie, but like the run, they better learn how to stop the run. Because obviously we know weakest 3rd and long.
Aaron Donald just off quickness alone can stop the run. Myles Garrett, quickness, strength and speed, can stop the run. Braden Fisk can stop the run. Kobe Turner can stop the run.
But let's not act like we haven't seen a really.
That is the only way, in my opinion, you're gonna put them in position to where it's like, whoa, they better do something else. Mm-hmm. You can run on them because I mean Aaron Donald isn't the biggest, but he's never been the biggest. Mm-hmm. He's just the best.
Yeah.
So what you gonna do? I believe it's a done deal. He coming back, but it puts a lot of pressure on him.
Let me ask you this:
expectations.
You got into the league when 2004?
Me?
Yeah. 2001. Wow. Okay, so you were in your.
I knew that was coming.
You were just born, huh?
I don't even remember it. I'm not gonna lie.
You were in your heyday in 2007. That might have been around your Pro Bowl season, all Pro season. 2007, the Patriots have the greatest team ever assembled, many would say. Randy Moss, Tom Brady, defense had every name you can think of. They didn't win it all. So you understand, and you were in the AFC at that time. How does that pressure impact the Rams? Did you play the Patriots that season?
I believe we did.
So if you did, are you going into that game, and you're not going to say it on camera, but now maybe 20 years later you can. Are you going into that game knowing you probably finna take a L?
No. I don't think anybody goes into a game thinking you're going to lose. I swear to God, every game we went into, I'm like, we're winning this game. Every game I felt like we were going to win.
Now, at halftime...
Hey, hold on.
Talk to me.
TJ got
busy. Your dog got busy? What my dog TJ do?
10 for 100 in the touchdown.
And a tutty. Okay.